The history of television often leaves us wondering about the bright candles extinguished too soon. In the mid-90s, the face of cool and comedy belonged to Lamont Bentley, known to millions as Hakeem Campbell, the lovable, perpetually hungry next-door neighbor on the hit show Moesha. He was an African-American hunk of talent who effortlessly blended comedy with drama, possessing the rare versatility to play both the beloved sitcom friend and, notably, the first actor to portray Tupac Shakur on screen. His rise was a study in commitment and charisma, yet his story carries a profound note of shared sorrow. Many viewers still wonder where he and fellow Moesha actor Merlin Santana might be in their careers today, had their lives not been tragically cut short. Lamont was a devoted community hero, a man in a great place emotionally and physically, whose star was visibly rising. Then came the shocking news, a tragic demise at the age of 31. His death was a single-car accident, a catastrophic, sudden event on a quiet highway. This is the story of a talented star, a community pillar whose light was suddenly snuffed out, leaving behind only the haunting question of his potential. The foundation of the man who would become Hakeem Campbell was laid in the Midwest, far from the palm trees of Hollywood. Lamont Bentley was born John Marshall Alexander Jr. on October 25, 1973, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Even as a little kid, his mother noted that he always commanded a lot of attention. Growing up in Milwaukee, he was known for being funny and always joking around, leading friends to affectionately call him "cuz" or "my guy." This early charisma was coupled with a deep ambition. It is said that Lamont would practice writing out his autograph, firmly believing that he would be a star someday. This ambition was undoubtedly influenced by his mother, Lois Bentley, who was an R&B singer herself. She had released a song titled, "There's a Part of Me and You," in the early 80s, a good song that spoke to the talent running in the family. By the time Lamont turned 13, his mother made a life-changing decision, moving the family to Los Angeles to pursue her singing career. The move west set the course for Lamont's destiny. While accompanying his mother to auditions, Lamont Bentley's natural flair for comedy shone brighter than anyone expected. He would be in the waiting room, making people laugh and doing silly things, consistently drawing attention. One man, recognizing his unique comic timing, told Lamont that he should try acting. Lamont took the advice to heart. His journey into the entertainment industry began quickly. In 1986, he landed his first gig in a Starburst commercial. Following that, he did a public service announcement called Fatherhood, encouraging teen fathers to take responsibility for their kids. With his mind focused entirely on being an actor, Lamont Bentley made a major decision, dropping out of high school to fully pursue his dreams. To keep some money in his pocket while constantly auditioning, he worked various survival jobs, including at a movie theater, a fish market, and a grocery store. Persistence paid off handsomely. In 1994, he finally landed a recurring role on the Fox network show South Central, alongside actor Lorenz Tate. Though the show was short-lived, cancelled after just one season amidst controversy over the low ratings of black-led shows, which even prompted Jesse Jackson to call for a boycott against Fox, it served as a launchpad for many successful black artists, including Jennifer Lopez, Shar Jackson, and Maya Campbell. The momentum continued to build for Lamont Bentley. In 1995, he secured the role of Crazy K in the classic horror movie Tales from the Hood. This year was pivotal, as he began landing roles in a host of other popular shows, including Family Matters, the Parenthood, Courthouse, and the Client. He was quickly establishing himself as a reliable and versatile young talent. The best, however, was still yet to come.
https://gemini.google.com/gem/c08010f2a0676c9a808d6a24 number sign : text =sign the percent sign 20 career percent sign 2 DDE-FI. The path of promise for Lamont Bentley was brutally and abruptly cut short by a single-car accident. On January 19, 2005, a date that plunged his fans and the entertainment industry into sorrow, Lamont died at the age of 31. The tragic events unfolded after midnight. Lamont Bentley was driving his Mercedes-Benz home from a screening of an independent short film called Shards, in which he had a significant role. His manager, Susan Ferris, later remarked that Lamont was excited about the project and believed his work would open doors to even more opportunities. He was, in her words, a bright candle that just got snuffed out, thriving emotionally and physically. A witness later described the horrific sequence of the single-car accident. Lamont was driving at a high speed on Highway 118 near Simi Valley. He ran through a stop sign, went through a chain-link fence situated across the street, and then rolled down an embankment. In the catastrophic collision, Lamont Bentley was ejected from the vehicle. He was thrown directly into the lanes of oncoming traffic and tragically struck and run over by 5 cars. The medics who arrived at the scene pronounced him dead at 12:23 a.m. The injuries he sustained, multiple blunt force injuries, were too severe. The autopsy later confirmed that no drugs or alcohol were found in his system at the time. There was no indication of foul play. Authorities simply concluded that excessive speeding played a major role in the tragic demise. The death was a shocking sudden death, a senseless end to the life of an African-American hunk whose talent was only just beginning to peak. The tragedy of Lamont Bentley's tragic demise struck a particularly painful chord in the American audience, especially within the African-American community and the entertainment industry. As Hakeem Campbell on Moesha, Lamont represented a relatable, loyal, and funny young black man, a beloved presence on screen. His recognition as one of the African-American hunks was not just about looks, but about the charismatic and positive energy he brought to his roles. His commitment to giving back, evidenced by the Lamont Bentley Foundation and the Lamont Bentley Day honor in his hometown of Milwaukee, established him as a genuine community hero, a star who transcended Hollywood to remember his roots. This image of the committed, loyal friend was further cemented when he intentionally allowed himself to be arrested alongside a friend to protest police action. The sheer brutality of his single-car accident, being ejected and struck by 5 cars, felt especially senseless and shocking, amplifying the emotional devastation of his sudden death. The fact that he was sober and thriving, excited about his new film role, only heightened the sense of what if that permeates his story. His manager's poignant description of him as a bright candle that just got snuffed out perfectly captured the feeling of potential brutally wasted. Furthermore, his historical role as the first actor to play the iconic Tupac Shakur connected Lamont Bentley to a larger, tragic narrative of young black talent whose careers were cut short by violence or fate. His loss, coupled with the prior death of his Moesha co-star, Merlin Santana, made the show's reunion years later an emotionally charged moment, forcing fans to confront the fragile nature of young life in the entertainment industry.
The tragic demise of Lamont Bentley at just 31 years old created a void in the entertainment industry, representing a profound loss of young African-American talent. His passing, coupled with the prior death of his co-star Merlin Santana and the later passing of Yvette Wilson and Bernie Mac, casts a melancholic shadow over the memory of Moesha and its spin-off, The Parkers. Beyond the beloved role of Hakeem Campbell on Moesha, Lamont Bentley's true legacy lies in his heart for the community. He was a dedicated philanthropist, establishing the Lamont Bentley Foundation to support his hometown of Milwaukee, a city that honored him with his own dedicated day. He was a man defined by loyalty, a trait he demonstrated even in his final moments of public trouble, standing up for his friends with the fierce pride of one of the respected African-American hunks of his generation. His ambition reached into music and historical acting, making him the first to successfully embody Tupac Shakur on screen, a role that hinted at his dramatic potential. The dedication of rapper Habit's album, Talk of the Town, to Lamont after his death underscores the deep connection he maintained with the hip-hop community. The senseless nature of his single-car accident, a catastrophic, sudden death on a highway, devoid of any drugs or alcohol in his system, remains the heartbreaking final detail of his story. He was a bright candle that just got snuffed out, full of promise and poised for the next great phase of his career. Though the potential was tragically wasted, the spirit of Lamont Bentley, the funny, loyal, and ambitious Hakeem Campbell on Moesha, lives on. If the story of Lamont Bentley resonates with you and you wish to honor the memory of one of the great young African-American hunks of his time, please comment Hakeem below.